Hey guys, so we're back with another episode of printing DTFs. Right now, I'm printing this design for a client. It's called the Alignment Squad. I wanted to do a quick video to show how this works. So we basically print the design out on a transparent film. This is actually a transparent frosted film, as you can tell. The film there is a little bit frosted. But what we're going to see is that the machine, the DTF machine, is going to print out the design in color, and the main colors are black, white, and red. And it's going to lay down the colors first, and then as it lay down the colors, it's going to lay down the white on top of the colors. And why it's going to do that is because with DTF, well, at least with this design, it's going on a black shirt, and in order to make the colors vibrant, you need a sealant on the back to seal the colors in, so that the colors can actually pop. If you don't put this white on the back, what happens is that the colors will actually, or the shirt color will bleed through the design, because it has nothing to block the color of the shirt from showing through. And that's what the white comes into. It actually blocks the color of the shirt. In this instance, it's going on a black shirt, so it will block the color of the shirt from showing through the design, making the colors of the design more vibrant. And let's see, I think I have a small little one I had did as a test print. This is what it looks like. So if you look at the black and the white, this actually was the lion is black and white. And what I did was I used Photoshop, or Adobe Photoshop. I knocked out a lot of the black. That's why you see the little lines around the edge here. Because it's going to actually blend in with the black on the shirt. On the back side, you can't tell, but there's white on it. This one weren't as vibrant, so that's why I didn't use it. But I use it for a little tutorial purposes to show you that the white or the black is actually knocked out of the design. And even though some of it is, I'm going to focus here, some of it is still there, only to make the design blend in better with the shirt. But as you can see, it's laying down the design first, and then it's overlaying it with the white. And after, when printing DTFs, you want to be conscious of the resolution, because this resolution is at 1440 by 720, and the higher the resolution is, it causes the design or the printer to actually print the design slower, because it's actually incorporating a lot of detail within the design. If you lower the resolution, of course, the printer prints it a little bit faster, but it doesn't print with as much detail. Of course, with anything, you lower the resolution, the image comes out, quicker, but not as good as it would with a higher resolution, which means that the printer will print slower. So with this, the ink is actually still wet on the film. I'm sure you can see the gloss on it a little bit from the light. So after it finished printing, what we're going to do is we're going to use this this is called adhesive powder. I'm sure you can see this adhesion powder. And what you do is that you you layer it onto the film while the ink is wet. So wherever the ink is on the film, the adhesion powder would stick to it. And after it sticks to it, what we have to do is cure it. And curing it, it allows the adhesion powder to stick to the actual design better, but it also melts the adhesion powder just a little bit so that it doesn't ruin the design when you can touch it and when you're shipping it. But what it also does is when you just heat press this to a shirt or to a garment, the adhesion actually melts again in order to adhere to whatever fabric is getting pressed on. Here's one I previously did already. Not sure if you can see, but I'll actually incorporate this a little bit better in the video. But if you see the little gloss on there, like I can touch this and rub it and nothing will happen to the design because it's sealed in with the adhesion powder. And that's what it comes out looking like. This is a size A3, and with the size of the design that I printed, it allows at least 2 of these to fit on an A3 size piece of film. And there's a lot of blank spaces on here where you can add more stuff if you have little stuff that you want to add to it, so as to not waste a lot of the film. But for this purpose, I just printed it out the way it was. The software that DTF uses is a RIP software, which allows you to be able to print white ink. Not a lot of the regular printer won't print white ink, and in order to print white ink, you have to use a specialized software. So let's just let that finish, and I will go into a little bit more detail about the rest of the process. Okay, now that that's finished, we're going to roll it in the adhesive. So what I use is a washing powder cup. Helps me a little bit better. Just scoop up a little bit. Set that off to the side. I actually have a machine that allows you to do this a lot better. But this is how I do it the old school way. So you just want to roll it and make sure that that powder gets all over that wet ink. And that's it. And once it's over it, you can knock it out. And now we have adhesion powder on every part of the wet ink. Now let's move over to our next step, which is a curing machine. It's basically an oven. I have mine set at 340 for about 50 seconds, and we're going to place this in the oven and close it. Has a little vent on top, so you can play with the temperature a little bit more, but I just typically leave it. We're going to open it, and now we're going to check out and see if there's a little bit of a gloss to it. As you can look and tell, there's a little, I'm not sure you can see, there's a little gloss to it, which is what we want. It's not over cured. and it's not too undercured. So if we touch this, there's nothing rubbing off. Everything looks great. And the only thing left to do is to some little debris. Some lint or something. There we go. Only thing left to do is to cut it about right here in the middle, across the middle, and then press it to the shirt. Okay, now that we have our DTF print, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna lay my shirt on here. And then I'm going to make sure it's about even everywhere. And then I'm going to pre-press it. This allows all the moisture in the shirt and to relieve all the moisture in the shirt. My press is set at 350, give or take. And I'm going to be pressing for about 15 seconds. Now, I'm going to press it. For 15 seconds. After pressing, this is a cold peel, so you want to sit it to the side and let it cool completely before removing the film. So I'm going to remove my tape. I leave it on, but I want to remove it. But this, I'm going to let sit until it completely cools. Now while that one is cooling, I'm going to press another shirt.